Here with head football coach Steve Johnson. And coach, coming off a 21-0 loss to St. John's, still in it throughout the whole 60 minutes until the whistle sounded. Talk about the effort from your guys and what you took away from Saturday's game.
Boy, it was St. John's a real good football team. They've got great speed. There's a lot of similarities, in our style. They want to run the ball, so do we. Their quarterback, Nick Martin, he's just kind of grown through a lot of things, and they're kind of at the top of things right now, and we're fighting through. They've got a senior quarterback. We have a freshman quarterback, and there were even as we've met as coaches, after the game and in the film, there's some pieces that we just need to fight through, and we can't get overly discouraged. At the same time, to not be concerned is a different deal. But we got to do a better job on third down. We're not defensively. We did a great job against maybe the Gallardi guy, a Gallardi finalist, and holding the 2.8 yards a carry. But third down, they keep drives going, and that gives them rhythm. And then we're not keeping drives going as far as offensively, and there feels like there's kind of a breakdown in different spots all over the place. And so as coaches, we want to scour what we need to do to help the guys do a better job, and the guys need to be held accountable to those things too. And we're growing right now, and we're excited for what's next and want to be great. And there's disappointment, and dealing with that is even something that we need to be do things right. As far as we can be babies for 48 days if we want to, or we can take what's good out of it and take what's bad, learn, and fight on, which is what we ought to do as men anyway.
Well, Saturday, one of the things, you talked about maybe the struggles on third down, but the defense was very good the rest of it. After giving up that first 40 minutes of shutout football, talk about what you were able to do well to contain Sam Sura and keep the Johnnies at bay.
Well, there's discipline, and we need to be obedient. We need to be fast and physical, and we talk about those things all the time. Obedient, and you've got to know, what to do and what not to do, and then you play fast because you're confident and you trust your assignment, you trust your stuff, and then physical comes from just enthusiasm and loving to play and loving to play with the guys that you're playing, and so. There's a St. John's. The rivalry is a lot of fun, and we want to play great there, and we just never really got anything going to where there was just great excitement, for us. And so, defensively we played great. At the same time, there's a lot of things we could have done better, and then offensively, same thing. And we've just got to put some things together, and at the same time we are who we are right now. And I don't want to belittle that. And our expectations are incredibly high, and we want them to be high. But with that comes a little pain sometimes.
Yeah. So let's talk about those high expectations. You're going to take those into Augsburg this week when you travel to Minneapolis. They've got a good quarterback there. Obviously very successful offensively. Talk about how you'd be successful on the road against Augsburg in your home regular season finale.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. They're fun to play in one sense, so that they're never out of it. Their quarterback is crazy good, and he's got really good receivers, and they've got a new back who's real good. And so we need to do a little bit like the Gustavus game, where we need to keep them off the field. But I don't want to do that in well, we got to be careful. We're just going to play Bethel football, and we're going to run the ball. We're going to make plays in the passing game. We're going to get the ball to our best guys, and we just need to execute better on third down. And same thing with defense. We're going to cover all the bases, but we're also going to attack them and see where that leads. And we've got to play football. We don't want to work football. We want to just have a blast playing. And I don't mean that kind of fun, frivolous, like it's dopey, but because it's a hard game to play, and that's what's great about it. So. We're going to come out with enthusiasm. We care a lot about winning. We care a lot about each other, and that's the joy of the game. And the seniors' last game, and we just want to play great and just have a blast down there in the city.
Coach, this Saturday you travel to Augsburg and face the Augies at 1 p.m. Looking forward to a final game with a great atmosphere and a good end of the season.
Can't wait.
Thanks, Coach.